What's up? So today I think I want to create a video on how to make a kind of text RPG like text-based RPG game in Python. Now let's see. Let's make a new one. I've already making one. I'm just gonna show you the basics on what's easy to do. So one thing that's good to do is make a few nodes, like you do classes, then you do a node maybe enemies, like this. And let's also do one that's called the battle state. So what I'm gonna show you today is I'm gonna show you how you're gonna make the classes, how you're gonna make the enemies, and how you're gonna make little fighting scenery. It's gonna be very minimal, so you have a lot of room to improve. So if you want to make classes, you're gonna have to do it like this to actually make a class, because if we do classes, then it will allow other lines of code to refer to that specific class and take values out of that class. So you're gonna do a class, you gotta give the class a name. You just give the class a name called hero. Or wait, actually let's do it. Let's actually give it a name like swordsman. Like just do it swordsman like this. I don't know if I spelled it right, I'm just gonna do it like this. Two brackets, do in between the brackets do the name, oh crap. In between the brackets you wanna do the name object. This means that we can't give any how do you call it? Any arguments inside the class, meaning that we're unable to do if statements or unable to do any big coding inside the class. So this is going to be a class specifically designed just to import values like health values, strength values, etc. So we're just gonna do a name. Also, if you want to assign a specific value to something, always do one equal sign, because one equal sign equals well, you can use one equal sign to give a value to a certain thing, like the name will equal the swordsman. There you go. But if we do two equals, like let's say 2 equals, then it's actually gonna see if that specific strength, in this case, equals certain thing. So like if let's say we do, like I'm just gonna showcase it to you. Don't look at what I'm doing, I'm just gonna showcase you something. Definition, let's just call it test, like this. And we're gonna do test equals like let's say 18 is gonna give a number. So now we've assigned a number to it, so we said that the test equals a number, and now we're gonna say if test equals, so double equals, that means that it's gonna look if it equals to something. So double equals, it's now gonna look if the test is something we put here. Like we're gonna do if it's 18, then just do this. Crap, I'm bad at typing. Come on, there we go. Let's just do this. So now it's gonna say that the test equals 18, and now it's gonna see if the test equals 18. It's gonna print hey, and because we set two, we put 2 equals here, it's gonna see if the test equals 18. So if we're just gonna put this here, because we refer to this definition here, so now it's gonna do this definition, it's gonna print hey. But if we say, if we change this to, I don't know, 85, 58, it's not gonna do anything because it doesn't equal it. Like this is just a quick explanation on how it works. So name, we gave the name swordsman. We're gonna do something called health equals Just give it a base health of 20. I don't know. You can do whatever you want with it. Strength equals, let's just say 10. What else we didn't do? Defense equals 5 for now. There you go. Defense. Now we're just gonna add another class. We're just gonna make 3 small classes. This is gonna be an archer. Oh crap. Let's also give a definition called range. No, I'm not gonna make it too. Oh crap! What did I do? I'm not gonna do it too difficult for you guys. So let's just say not an archer. Instead, let's say a barbarian. There, barbarian. Assign the word object to it. There we go. The name will equal barbarian. There we go. Let's see. The health, because it's a barbarian, it's gonna have a bit more health. Like, you know, let's say 30. Obviously, the strength. This is going to defense of the barbarian. No, let's make the defense of the swordsman 10. So the strength will be more because it's barbarian. And the defense, I don't know. Barbarians usually don't wear that much armor. They sometimes wear armor. Like, let's say the base stat of the barbarian is 5. Alright, then another class. Let's just say a what do I do? Paladin. I don't know. So paladin object name equals paladin. Health equals 30. No, actually no. The health will equal 25, like in the middle. Strength. Usually the paladin doesn't have that much strength, so I just do 15. And well, let's do the health the same as the swordsman. And let's do the defense. We're just gonna do the defense somewhere like 25 because it's a paladin, so it has big defense. Strength will be the same as a swordsman. Yeah, let's just do this. Wait, I do want to make the swordsman a bit stronger because like this. Just assign whatever you want. You can add like a million values to a class, but I'm just gonna give basic 3 enemies. I just give the enemy something. We're also gonna give the enemies a class because that allows us to also take information from the enemy, like the health. Like when we hit him, we do want our program to take the health value from the enemies and put it into like decrease or increase. It depends on what we do. Like let's say it's a slime. Let's actually, just to be sure, let's don't include any uppercase letters in the classes. It sometimes gets an error if you use how do you say that? Not uppercase. Well, maybe it is uppercase. I don't know what the word is for English. Capitals. I think it's, yeah. They sometimes give errors if we give uppercases. Wait, I said it wrong. Capital letters, like letters like this instead of this. So yeah, the name will equal slime. Well, you can actually, the names and everything you can just do with capitals. Health, let's just say 5. Like they're not crazy strong. They're slimes. 5 strength, defense. I mean they're slimes. So just give the defense 1. Class. Let's make skeleton. Skeleton. Name equals skeleton. Health equals. It's gonna be a bit tougher. The skeleton's gonna be a bit tougher then the slime, the defense is gonna be 5. Holy, what did I do? There we go. And let's also give 3 enemies. Let's give another enemy. It's called a zombie. And you can add like a million classes. You can add anything you want. I'm just showcasing you that if you use something, if you define a class, or say, like if you make a class by saying the word class, you give a name to it so it can refer to it. You put object behind the bracket so you can only input values like this. Then you can pretty much just add whatever you want in here. And whenever you recall the name of the class plus the name of the value, it's automatically gonna take what you've put behind this. And I'm actually gonna showcase that to you. So by saying the word pass, you can pretty much keep something empty without it doing anything. So I'm just gonna make another test again, like definition test. A definition is like a program. You can recall to it and it's gonna do whatever you put on it. So let's actually say actually no, I'm gonna showcase to you it later. I'm gonna showcase to you how this works later, because I first have to define something else. So name equals zombie. Yeah, like I'm not used to YouTubing that much, so I might make mistakes and everything. But I'm trying to make content, see what it looks like. I think it's because zombies are like pretty much just old pieces of flesh. They're probably gonna be tougher. Let's just give them a health of 15. They're usually slow, so let's give them a strength of like, I don't know, like 6, not like 5, just like the slimes. Let's give them a defense of 6. Like they're just a bit tougher than skeletons, so just 7 might be good. So wait, this is actually let's put it back to 5. So by doing this, we have decent classes. And also something, whenever you type something and you type something after a hashtag, you can make notes like this, just random things, without it giving errors. Like if I say hello here, it's gonna say that the hello isn't defined, because we never actually did anything with hello. But if we just put a hashtag before it, we can just make a note, like say something like here needs to be the battle state. I don't know. Just make notes for yourself. It's good. But yeah, we're also gonna make the battle state. The battle state is pretty much gonna be a small little battle. But before we make the battle state, we're gonna have to make the holy crap. We're gonna have to make a hero select. Oh, that's bad. Select. There we go. Alright. And hero select is gonna be a program we're gonna make that will allow us to select any of these classes, classes, not the enemy classes. Or if you want, you can also include the enemy classes, so you can become one of the enemies. But I'm just gonna make it so we can become any of these classes we just made. And how we do that? Well, we're gonna start by doing a definition. Like I said, it's gonna be a program. You can put whatever you want behind the brackets, but I would just keep it simple, because if you put something behind the brackets, then it will allow you to import certain things to it. So let's don't worry about that. Definition. Oh, I did it wrong. I gotta make a name to the definition. We're gonna name the definition hero select. Brackets. Always whenever you begin a program or class or an if statement, anything, put a double dot. I don't know what's called in English. These things, put that behind it, so it will know that you will now have to go to the second line of code. Only do that at the beginning of a thing. Like, let's say we're just gonna like over here, you don't need to do it because it's just gonna solely read down the code. But because this is a class, you gotta, I don't know how to explain it. Just at the beginning of a program, a statement, or anything, put this thing like put this thing there. Alright, hero select. Now I'm gonna teach you another thing. It's gonna be the print. Print is allowing you to import anything to the terminal over here. And you can use that to say messages, type things. It's going to be important in a text-based game because you want to know, you want to give the player an idea of what's happening. Also how many health you still have left. So we're going to use the print a whole lot. Like in hold up. Like for instance, we're just gonna do like print. If you can use print in two ways. Print a custom message or print a specific value. So first I'm gonna show you how to print a message. You're gonna say print brackets. You're gonna do this sign. This like this thing. You hold shift and then you hold the two dots. I don't know what it's called. This like. Just this, you pretty much just use this symbol, or you can use the smaller version. I just usually use the double version thing. Anyways, you put this in here, and then whenever you type something, it will become green. And when it becomes green, you know that it will become your custom kind of message, sentence, anything. And if it's white, like let's say we're just gonna type here hello. We go here, print. And if we don't do those brackets, no, those symbols in there, whatever we're gonna print is gonna be white. When it's white, you can recall to a specific value. Like let's just say that above all of this, let's just say that test or whatever you want equals 12. Let you say this. I don't know if we can do this actually. Test. Yes, we can. So now it's gonna print test. So let's do this away. And now as soon as we recall to this definition we've made over here, it's gonna go here. It's gonna read this, then it's gonna go to this specific definition because that's what we defined. And it's gonna see here, print test. We gave test and a value over here, and it should print 12. There we go. But now if we, instead of printing test, we print something like hey, it's gonna print hey. And even if we put test over here, it's gonna print test and not 12 because we put it behind those symbols. And that will mean that whatever we put in there, it's gonna literally say that. It's not gonna look at any values, it's just gonna say exactly what we did. We can even do this. Hello world. There you go. That's just a easy version of this, of the yeah, an easy version of print. You can also print more complicated things, but for now, this is everything we need to know. So let's print, and we're gonna print the sentence or whatever you want. We're just gonna print, let's say, we're just gonna print the names. So we have swordsman, the point, and we're just gonna do swordsman, there we go. And let's also do the barbarian. Oh, that's gonna be 2. There we go, barbarian. And this is gonna be paladin. There we go. So now, if we go back to this, hero, select, it's gonna print all this. But for now, we can't do anything with it. So now we're gonna do the next thing. We're gonna do a new word. It's gonna be called input. If you press input there, then it will remember and memorize anything we type after this line of code. So we're just gonna say hero, because we're gonna choose the hero in this definition. It's called hero select. So hero, you don't need to call it hero. You can name it whatever you want, but I'm calling it hero because I will use the word hero further in this definition. You can also name it bean or banana, whatever you want, as long as you keep recalling that word if you want to work with this thing. Like, don't suddenly switch to a different word because it won't understand. So hero equals the input. Yes. And remember that you only put one equal sign here, because if you do two, then it's gonna get confused, because it's gonna say invalid name hero because we didn't give a hero. So now it's gonna look what hero equals to, but we never gave any value to hero. That's why we're gonna give a value to hero by only setting one line of one equal sign. So input, then whatever we put in here, let's say what hero will you choose? So now it's gonna memorize whatever we put in here. So we do this, what hero we choose. We can put anything in here. It won't do anything with it yet. So now that we've done this, I'm gonna show you another thing. If you go to print and you print something called /n, like you do slash and at n, it's gonna print an extra empty line. So do this, there we go, an extra empty line. You see that? And by pressing on this button you can end the program. So now we do this, we have an extra line, so we can type whatever we want here. But like I said, it won't do anything with it yet. Now we're gonna do another thing that I'm gonna teach you. It's called an if statement. If statement is this, if, and you can pretty much say anything you want in here, but it has to make sense. And you can recall to certain things in an if statement. So we can do if hero, that thing that we just defined over here, equals, this time do two equal signs, because we're gonna see if hero means anything. So if hero means 1, because we're gonna type 1 for the swordsman, 2 for the barbarian, 3 for paladin. So if hero equals 1, put those two symbols near it, otherwise it won't recognize it, because we're gonna type something over here to choose our hero, and by putting these symbols in here, it's gonna look at what we typed. So if we typed 1, we go here, we go down the line of code, and now we can put whatever we want under here. Let's say print these are the swordsman's stats. I don't know if you want to do it like this. I'm just gonna do it like this. Swordsman's stats. Oh, let's do it better. Let's make it. There we go. You chose the mighty swordsman. Let's actually do it better. Swordsman. These are their stats. So now we're gonna have to refer to whatever we put in here, because we're gonna showcase them. We're gonna showcase the player what their attributes are, like their strength, their health. So let's do this. I'm gonna do print. Alright, hold up, let me recall real quick what I did there. Yoink. Yeah, don't look at anything I've done in here, it's no. Okay. Aha, okay, there we go. First, we selected our hero, then we're gonna say that the character, because you can, like I said, you can use whatever word you want, but I'm gonna choose the word character, because I'm gonna recall the word character and use it a whole lot of times in this. And And by saying the word character, so I'm gonna call it a character because that's the character we're gonna play. So character will now equal paladin, or not a paladin, swordsman. And be very careful on typing it exactly how you've made it in the class, because if you even make one small spelling mistake, it will give an error. So character equals the swordsman, and we're gonna have to type it exactly as we gave it. So swordsman here is the same as the class we made here, swordsman. That needs to be correct, because if not, it's not gonna recall to this, it's gonna recall to nothing, because we didn't make anything. That's like, let's say if we're gonna say swordsman, we're gonna call it swordman instead of the S. It's gonna say undefined name, swordman, because we never gave anything the name swordman. We do have one called swordsman with an S. This one doesn't have an S, so put the S there, swordsman. It's gonna give good. It's not gonna give an error. This is just a symbol that it says that we gave the name character a value, the swordsman, but we never assigned it. But that's what we're gonna do now. So now I'm gonna show you how you can recall to certain values in here. By defining or binding the word character to the swordsman, we can say character dot, because the dot means that he's gonna look at something else. First he's gonna look at the character will equal the swordsman, and then it will look at something inside the swordsman. So we're gonna say character dot, let's just say name. So it will look to the character. We said that the character is called swordsman, so it will go all the way to the swordsman class, this here. Then we said dot name, so it will look at the name, that's this. And now it will look, if everything goes right, it will look at this part, swordsman. So let's just go over here. We're just gonna test it. There we go. What hero will you choose? We're gonna choose swordsman. There we go. You choose the mighty swordsman. These are their stats. Swordsman. Yeah. We're obviously not gonna include the name because we're only gonna showcase the stats, but this is pretty much what it does. You can recall to a certain thing inside a class. So their stats, we're gonna do character dot health. If we gave something health over here, strength and defense. So we'll do this. Print character dot strength. Print character dot defense. You can also just choose to not do anything with this, just pretty much just type it like this instead of saying character.health. Just do print and just print the number of the health, like 20. You can also do that. But I wanted to show you how you use this type of code writing, like referring to a name and a class. That's why I use it in this. I'm gonna use it like this. So now we're just gonna see if it works. Crap. There we go. 1. There we go. 20, 15, 10. Is it good? Like 20, 15, 10. There we go. But now the player or the person who plays this game will see the number 20, number 15, number 10, but he won't know anything about them. He doesn't know what it stands for. So let's change it. Let's say print. There we go. And do it again. Boom. So in this part, we're gonna say health. So health. And that will do this. Or actually, how did I do it over here? What design? Okay, okay, yeah. So health. Then go all the way there. Do the same over here. Do strength. What's this? Oh yeah, we gotta do something else soon. There we go. And then say defense. But let's put it all the way to the same level over here. and always add a comma. Like if you print something and you want to print a certain value after it, make sure to do a comma, otherwise it will get errors. So I can put a comma here. There we go. Now we'll do this. Look at this. It's already better. It's already looking better. So now what? What are we gonna do now? Simple. We're pretty much just gonna go here and we're gonna do something else. First, I'm gonna show you another thing. It's called return. We obviously want the like other programs we make in this game to also be able to refer back to the character. Not only this, because right now we can only refer to the character in this small definition. But by returning a name that we said, or a value that we gave, like character, we said character equals the swordsman over here. So by returning character, other programs will also be able to use the keyword character and refer back to the character we chose, if that makes sense. So now we have done this, so we'll return the character. Just like here, we also done this, and character, return character. So another thing is, what I usually do after I'm done printing something or typing something, I'm always gonna type an empty line of code like this. You're gonna do print those symbols and then a space. So yeah, that's good.